Welcome to another edition of the Go Nose Podcast. I'm your host, Gregory McCoy. This podcast is by a fan for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not an insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my content comes from me, in my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. Very emotional win for me, at least. I don't know about the rest of the fans. I'm pretty sure it was a very emotional win for the fans, for the team. For the university. I don't want to be critical, man. We end the 7-year losing streak to Clemson. This is humongous. I said at the beginning of the season, if we could get out of this month right here, September 4-0, we had a chance to do something special. We've done it. We on the bye week, and I'm happy, man. I'm ecstatic. Like I said, no criticism today. I think just beating Clemson, no matter what version of Clemson it is, a lesser version of the Clemson that we used to know, a win is a win. I think, this can propel us to another stratosphere in terms of our football team. Jordan Travis made a tremendous throw in overtime to number 4, the receiver. I can't even think right now. It's just been like, we thought the Bobby Bowden down years were bad. This has been like, I can't even describe it. It's come full circle. We really have a chance to be special, I think. We got some stuff we need to clean up on defense. I'm not going to be overly critical. There's some stuff that I've seen as just a novice in terms of schematics when it comes to football, just from playing high school football, just some stuff that I noticed that they could have ran. Well, forget it. I'll be critical, man. Like, I felt like the traditional screens were there to be had. For whatever reason, he chose not to run those. Defensively, they wanted to hit their running backs out of the backfield. They wanted to go over the middle, and we didn't adjust to that. So I think going forward, you're going to see a lot of teams go back to that. You're going to see them do the little angle routes out of the backfield and go to the running backs. I think you're going to see the wheel route. I think you're going to see a lot more end cuts from the receivers. For whatever reason, the linebackers can't cover in those situations or haven't done a good job of covering. I think the offensive adjustments came a lot faster in this game than the previous 3 games. Defensively, we made some plays there at the end. We had some calls go against us, but we made some plays there at the end to seal the victory. But we need shutout football if we're gonna compete for a national championship. I don't think you can play that way and try to compete for a national championship. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. If you like winning 31-24, a win is a win. I know that, but you could be on the other end of that. We got a lot of room for improvement. But just beating this team, getting that albatross off this program is tremendous. And to do it at Clemson felt even better. Before the season, a couple of people I know that are Clemson fans were saying they just going to run the table. Cade Klubnik was just going to run through the ACC and get them back into the playoff. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. You got 2 ACC losses. It's going to be a long road to get to the ACC championship. I think Klubnik can be very special one day, but he ain't that guy right now. I think if Clemson going to get back to being Clemson, you got to embrace NIL. You got to embrace the transfer portal. Because just waiting for guys to develop, you could be down for several years before you get back. The transfer portal really saved our program. But I've just from my standpoint, I don't care what Clemson does, but I just try to be objective when I do these podcasts. Even with whatever Clemson's put out there on the field, their defensive line is still legit. Their defense is still legit. We just made plays when we had to. And you can't, the dude from Michigan State, the receiver, I can't even think of his name right now, which is crazy. He made a tremendous catch. And then the one before that, before it went into overtime, it was pass interference. The ref swallowed the whistle. He didn't call it. Right? I just hate that. Right? I hate that. If it's a penalty, throw the flag, man. But all in all, a program-changing win, something that I think can propel us to the next level in terms of getting back to the playoff, getting back to the national championship team. I honestly don't feel like Florida State is a top 5 team just yet. I think we got some improving to do. And I don't really say from a talent standpoint. I just think from a coaching standpoint, putting players in the right position to succeed. I just felt like I don't know what the game plan was against Clemson. I guess in the second half, you just decided we're going to blitz Klubnik and get the ball out of his hands quickly because we can't get to him with the front 4. Jerry Verse and Patrick Payton not getting to the quarterback. Baby and Lovett. And receiver Keon Coleman, from what I said earlier. I could not think of that dude's name. But he had a tremendous catch in overtime. So I don't know. I don't know if we rushing for and playing zone, if we're blitzing playing. I don't know what the plan was. I mean, we played better against the run in this game versus last year. But again, just better defensive adjustments, better. The offensive adjustments were better. I don't think the defensive adjustments were better. But all in all, a great win. I'll take it. I'm happy. But you do have to point out the mistakes. So, bye week, and hopefully we can keep this thing going. Hope you enjoyed this instant reaction. It's available on YouTube. It's available on all podcast platforms. As always, go Noles.